Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm here with a review of a device that can possibly completely change the way I travel. These are the XREAL One Pro. And although I love my iPad and I use it all the time when I travel, I just took a trip. And guess what? The iPad stayed home. Let's talk about it. Now I bought these for a specific use case. Usually when I use my iPad, I use it for some light editing. I use it to do some browsing. I use it to do some simple things because when I'm traveling, I don't want to spend too much time in my devices. I want to be seeing the world. I want to be taking pictures. I want to be, shooting video. So I figured it might be a better way than just dragging this 13-inch iPad around. See, this is my iPad Pro. It's a 13-inch model. It's about 1,700 grams. It's 1,435 grams with an iPad, with a case, with the pencil, versus with the cable, with the glasses, with the case, and with my Galaxy S25 Ultra, you're talking 517 grams. I think this would be better. So let's get started with the review. So the main reason I bought these was the promise of a personal cinema. Now, I'm getting up in age, and my eyesight and the nearsightedness, my ability to look at tiny things, tiny text, it's starting to go and fade a little bit. So I figured if I had a giant screen in front of me by wearing these glasses, I'd be able to look at my phone and other items easier and still maintain my sight basically. So did that work? Actually, yeah. So I know these are a little bit different than the older models. I know there's some Air models out there, and there's different devices that can connect with these as well. But I figured with this device and with the Samsung S25 Ultra, along with DeX, which is a monster. DeX is a monster. You gotta use DeX if you have your Samsung device. Make sure you're using it. It gives you an awesome desktop experience. So what was the experience like? Well, I'll be honest with you, it was very simple. You simply plug it in here, you put them on. I can see through here, I can see the lens and everything. I see the camera. You take this end of the cable, you plug it into your phone, you turn it on, and DeX automatically pops up in front of you once the XREAL and everything has been updated and set up to work for you. Also, a fun note, if you don't have a keyboard or mouse, all you really need to do is unlock your device, and you'll notice there's a square. Show a little square. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So that little square right there, you hit that square and it turns the whole thing into a mouse pad. So now, by holding your phone, you basically have a mouse pad with a double touch. You can play, close windows, open windows, drag things around. So you have a full screen in front of you, about 177 inches. It can be adjusted. It's about 4 meters in front of me. You can bring it forward, back. You can make it more translucent so you can see through it. You can, see, it's got volume control. So as you're playing videos, it'll play the videos into your ear loud enough where you can hear it, but everyone around you can't hear it. You can dim the screen, brighten the screen. Yeah, it was actually a pretty good experience. So what did I use this for while I was gone? I did some YouTube. I've now downloaded, I haven't downloaded it yet, but I'm about to download the LumaFusion app so I can actually do some actual light editing on here as well. I've got enough storage on my phone where as I shoot video on my camera, I can bring it to my phone and store it there and actually work with it there. Or I can well, that's one of the cons. Okay, so man, let's get going. Let's see, let me stay on track. Basically, this allows you to travel with the tablet experience without the bulk and weight of a tablet. I mean, and with this S25 Ultra, it comes in pretty clutch. The screen you get here is 1080p, but it's very clear and it helps a lot. And when you have small text that would normally be tiny on your phone, it's a nice, decent size inside these lenses. It's not battery operated, so you don't have to worry about running out of battery, but what it does do, it can drain the battery of your phone quickly. However, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra has an awesome battery. So I was able to use it during 3-4 hour flights and still have about 40-50% left of my battery when I start with 100%. And I think that's pretty useful. Plus I have a couple good chargers that I use as well to quickly charge, or battery banks to quickly charge my phone up. So I really don't have to worry about that too much. Another feature of these is that the sound is actually tuned by Bose. So it does sound pretty good as it's playing into your ear. You get a good surround sound with a little bit of bass, just enough. It's not overwhelming, of course, because it's an open ear design where it's playing just right by your ear, not necessarily in like earbuds or anything like that, but it does sound pretty good. Now, that's part one. When I bought this, I knew I'd be investing about 600, 700 bucks. I got it from Amazon and they had a deal. They added one more device. And this device, for $200 more, basically, it filled that little hole I had in my stomach from not being able to afford the Apple Vision Pro. Because actually, when the Apple Vision Pro came out, I wanted it. I salivated for it, I needed it, I wanted it. However, it was like $3,500, $4,000. I didn't want it that bad. I wanted it bad, but not that bad. So when I found out I can get this device, I'll be right back, XREAL Beam Pro. The XREAL Beam Pro, which is their other device that connects along with this for 200 more bucks. Oh my goodness. It gives you basically, well, I'm not gonna say exactly, but it gives you a very similar effect to the Apple Vision Pro. It's not 4K, it's 1080p, just like the glasses are 1080p. However, you do still get hovering icons that can be move around like they showed in the Apple Vision Pro. You do get spatial video, which is something that I was really interested in. Even if they say it's just like the 3D, that's fine. I've always loved 3D video. I've always wanted to shoot 3D video and 3D pictures. So the ability to do that with these two lenses for $200, and this could be a separate device. Like if my battery does die on my phone, I can grab this bad boy and use this. And so just to be clear, this does not connect to this. This has two USB-C outlets. This one is for charging. This one is for connecting directly to the glasses. There is a way where you can beam or stream things to this, so it will play on the glasses, but this does not connect directly to this. When I first got this, I thought, oh, well, I'll play it from the battery to here, and then from here to the phone. And no, this is a standalone device. There was an older version that actually did do that, where it would bring the USB to HDMI feature into the device, so it would actually play on your glasses. This setup right here, it only works with one or the other, but both of them work great. So I've taken some 3D videos, some 3D pictures. I've done some light video editing on here. Like there's a lot of different things I was able to do without my iPad. So at the end of the day, I didn't miss my iPad. Well, honestly, I do miss my iPad sometimes just because it's like what do you call it? A crutch. It's kind of like one of those things that, oh, I got my MacBook. Oh, I got my iPhone. Oh, I need my iPad, because it's that whole ecosystem, that family of devices. But in reality, I didn't need it. Like I literally didn't need it. And that right there, that makes this worth the price of admission. Because this, along with it being about less than a quarter of the price of the Vision Pro, with this, along with it, they're both together less than a quarter of the price of the Vision Pro. They're about, what, half the price of the iPad if you get any type of real storage built into it. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Should you buy something like this? If you're asking me, I'm gonna say 100%. And that's just because the functionality, the way they feel in your hands. Now, the lenses themselves right here, they look a little flimsy just from the side, but when you feel them, they are solid. The glass, you can look in there, and I don't know if you can see it real close here, but the glass, let me see, get my face up focus. So yeah, the glass in there is very thick, very solid. The sides of these are very thick. I want to focus on my face, very solid. Like these are a good solid pair of glasses. Only downside I can think of is it might look a little silly. You know, I was sitting in my airplane seat, you know, playing with them and using my S25, and my wife is looking at me just laughing. I'm sitting there like, because you know, nobody knows what you're really doing. So it was actually pretty cool though for me, but yeah, I do realize they can look a little silly. But really with all the weight you'll be saving and the ability to use them, keep them in your case, keep them protected, kind of like a no-brainer. And if you get to the point where you don't need them anymore, you sell them. I'm a big proponent of selling used tech before it gets too old. So if you get these and you use them for a while, a few months, whatever, you realize you don't like them, don't need them, sell them quickly. Give somebody a good deal. Help somebody else get a chance to experience them, because I think when I first saw Apple Vision Pro and I saw the spatial video, I thought to myself, this is a cool new format. And this is something that I wish I would have had when I was younger. Like when my son was born, I had my first digital camera. I took some videos of him, some pictures. It was okay. Now this is back in 2001, and they were okay, but the video was shaky. There was no stabilization at all. Really horrible video because I had no skills at all either, but the technology just wasn't there yet. By the time the technology got affordable enough where I could have it and learn to use it and use it for, filming my family, that was a big jump. I appreciated it. As the technology moves forward into spatial video and 3D video, being able to shoot that at home, I want to be a part of it. So if you're like me and you want to be a part of it, this is a very inexpensive way. Inexpensive is a relative term, but this is a inexpensive way to be a part of it compared to the Apple Vision Pro. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. If you have any questions about this, I'll do more videos about these glasses, how to use them, tips and tricks and things like that. Any questions you have, I'll be able to hopefully give you some answers for those. So just hit me hit me up in the comments if you have any questions about them at all. So far, I've had all positive experiences with them. There was a little bit of a learning curve because I did expect, like I said, things to work a different way. But once everything was upgraded, everything was updated to the most recent firmware, I've had no problems so far, and I'm loving these devices. I'm looking forward to adding more storage to the Beam Pro, because I got it for 256 gigabytes of storage. I'm gonna add a terabyte once I get a new SD card, a micro SD card. I'll put that right in the side, right here. So I'll pop that little pin and put that right in the side. My S25 Ultra, I'm gonna go ahead and download LumaFusion, so I'll be able to do some real, heavier video editing than what I was able to do with some of the other programs I had. And yeah, I'm gonna keep my iPad for a little bit longer, because I do want to see if a new one comes out and I want to upgrade to that and all that. So yeah, but definitely these glasses are a buy. I rate them 7 out of 10, a strong 7. When they get to be 4K, oh, that's gonna be some good times. But that's all I got for now. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. Like I said before, if you have any questions at all about this device or this device, please hit me up or leave it in the comments, and I'll try and get back and get you an answer to whatever your questions are. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future.